What's up, everybody? Destin Legary here with Sean Finnegan.
How's it going, man?
All right, Sean, we got a nice little teaser today for the Twitch reveal of Destiny. We're going to hop right into it immediately. This is the 11-second mark, and here we can see Oryx's ship. We can hear Nathan Fillion talking, and this is obviously in the tower where all the Vanguards hang out.
Yeah, this is hinting a little bit of the fact that they're going to add a lot of expanded dialogue and character stuff that goes on in Taken King.
Yeah, cutscenes are great in the interaction. And
exactly.
Everything. Now, if we fast forward here to the 11-second mark, we can quickly see that this is a full set of each of the faction gear. Left to right, we see New Monarchy, who is rocking a Suros weapon. We see a Dead Orbit character that is rocking an Amalon pistol, which we see later, actually. And Future War Cult that's using a Future War Cult pistol. I'm actually going to correct myself and say that that might be a Dead Orbit weapon in this shot. I'm not positive.
Yeah, it's hard to tell from this angle. We do see, but you are right, we do see a different type of pistol later on. I like these. Traditionally, the gear hasn't looked all that cool before, unless you match the whole sets. And
yeah,
now,
definitely.
like, it looks... You have a little bit more incentive to declare an allegiance and farm all that gear, because it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree. I actually like the full sets. And this doorway gives me an impression that this is a major moment. So this is probably like a raid moment.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but I think it might be.
You think we're on Oryx's ship here?
Yeah, definitely Oryx's ship. But I'm not sure what's happening here. I think it's raid, but we'll see. We'll find out later, obviously. So there's a ton of information in this this freeze frame here.
Yeah, so previously we didn't know what light was doing.
Mm-hmm.
We just knew that they were splitting it from it affecting your level.
Mm-hmm.
Now we know that it's going to it will be an average of the defense and attack of your gear.
Yeah,
equipped gear.
Yeah, so this guy is 214 right now, going into 215. He is a level 40, and he has all blue, which I found really interesting. No legendary gear at all.
Yeah. One of these things that we all kind of understand about the leveling system now is that the gear that you're wearing it pushes you to level 34 by virtue of its light, but it's still level 20 gear. So when they split off light from affecting your level, that gear is going to be level 20 gear. So what you might see is in the first couple of levels within Taken King, replacing your legendary gear with blue and even green gear that has better stats on it. And then as you level up to 40, you'll start to see legendary gear take the cake on that again.
Yeah,
which is interesting.
We'll have to see how all that pans out. There's a ton more stuff going on here, like just intellect, discipline, and strength. That's been reworked. It shows just how much...
you have little like progress bubbles that kind of show if you can be maxed out.
Yeah, exactly. We have the new subclass in the upper left there, getting a look at the new hunter subclass. The elemental damage type is more apparent on the logos. There's a ghost on the main screen now. This is typically on your sub screen.
Yeah.
But now ghosts have a little bit more of an impact on how your character plays and some perks that they can do. And on the lower right, we have the class item on the bottom right there. It's sort of a red orb. I don't know what to call it.
So that I believe is an artifact slot.
Oh yeah, you might be correct.
Yeah,
actually. Your class item's typically like your cape, but
yeah, which we still see here underneath the boots, right? Like that's your class item right there. Here we're looking at a hunter, and that is very obviously his cloak. But yeah, that is our first look at the artifact slot, actually.
Moving forward just a little bit here, we get a look at a group that's about to go in to patrol the Dreadnought. Rook Bungie is a character we've seen in every trailer. He's actually not the worst player in this case. Usually he's like the terribly underleveled guy going in. So we can see the light levels of these three characters, 198, 237, and 279. So the level 40 is clearly the highest. But what's really interesting is we see the Future War Cult ship, and I'm going to assume that's Dead Orbit and New Monarchy. I can't tell.
Can't quite tell from this angle. It's too far away. But yeah, this is a cool-looking ship, actually.
And there's other ways to unlock these ships now, which is really, really interesting. Because players they're like, I'm rank 50 in Future War Cult. I never got the ship.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Bungie is correcting that issue.
Here we're looking at the new sort of streamlined and less complicated reputation and marks system, whereas before you had Vanguard marks, which you got from kind of doing strikes and bounties for the Vanguard versus your Crucible marks versus all sorts of other marks.
Yeah,
now
a lot
you just
of
have legendary marks, and it all comes from the same thing. Very useful.
Yeah, we can also see a few ghost shells there. Not really sure what they're going to do.
Oh yeah, it appears that ghost shells will be purchasable from all sorts of different handlers here. I mean, we have to assume, we can see that the Crucible handler has them here, but we just got to assume that other people are going to have ghost shells as well.
Yeah, so you can buy them. Maybe there'll be drops. We're not really positive yet. There's Rook Bungie back to being a noob. He's hanging out with a couple level 40s.
And this is the future War Cult pistol you were talking about.
Yeah, Future War Cult. It does have the Amalon logo on it, actually.
It looks weird.
Yeah, it's very colorful. We see a drop of Is Dubar. It looks like an SMG, actually, to me. Yeah, not much else going on here. It is a mission, Fallen Saber. It is in Bunker War 4 on Old Russia. And there is a new modifier in the lower left, which is actually covered up by our time bar, unfortunately. But if we go back just a little bit, oh, there it is. You see it has the two modifiers there. That second one is actually new. I haven't seen it before.
Interesting.
So moving forward.
The new quest log.
Yeah, the new quest log is really exciting.
This is something that I felt Destiny really, really needed, is like anytime you're doing a bounty or a quest, like they're not really giving you a lot of information on the area or what it's about or story information, and looks like by virtue of these pages you're going to get a lot of expanded information about what you're doing.
Yeah, this seems, to me, it seems a little messy almost. There's too much information. It might be a little overwhelming for new players, so hopefully they're kind of eased into this system.
Well, what I'll bet you can do is if you mouse over Sunbreaker's challenge,
yeah,
and then
which
you
is
can
cool.
click
That's the
into
storyline quest actually to unlock your third subclass as a Titan.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll bet you can click into that to find extra details or like the details about the step of the quest that you're on and stuff. I think this is cool.
Well, actually, no. Let me correct myself. Sunbreaker challenge. Sunbreakers are exotic for warlocks, aren't they?
It is the name of an exotic for warlocks, but it is also the subclass for Titans. So I'll bet you were right the first time, and then it is the subclass quest.
Now, the one that I really liked was Veterans Tour. The tower offers its thanks to the Guardians for all they've done over the first year, over the last year. I'm not sure, but it's for veteran players. So, or I'm assuming.
Huh.
So that's going to be kind of an interesting mission. And then we have a few others that are tied to, just different points of the game in there. There's a Titan Hammer. So here I was talking about the factions. Things hold weight now.
Yeah.
You can only pledge the one at a time. You can't just buy the armband or whatever and then go through.
Or collect them and then equip them whenever you want.
Yeah. And also 2,500 Glimmer Caps still there. Come on.
You mean 25,000? Yeah.
25,000, yeah.
That needs to be upped quite a bit.
Yeah. And then here's a look at the gear. Got our Amalon.
Now, I don't like the future War Cult gear, but this helmet is cool. Like, I think it's awesome that it scrolls kind of like Marquee style.
Oh, yeah.
In motion.
There's a Titan helmet that does that too. I don't remember it off the top of my head, but
really?
yeah.
Oh, I should know that.
It's like a circle, and it reminds me of the character from Borderlands.
It's not an exotic, is it?
It's an exotic, yeah.
Oh, maybe it's Insurmountable Skull Fort.
I believe it might be, but I don't want to say definitively. Yeah, so here's a look at all their cool stuff, and then this is everything that we're going to see tomorrow at noon.
Yeah, if we weren't clear up front of this Rewind Theater, this teaser was released to kind of hype up the Bungie stream that's live on Twitch tomorrow, the following day, which you should definitely check out.
Looks like nameplate collections. That's going to be great. Stop taking up all my space. Artifact slot.
Yeah, so we still don't know anything about that artifact slot. I'm really interested in that.
Exotic blueprints. We're going to see more in a second. Arms Day. I think that's going to be a Crucible-related thing, maybe. I don't know. Collections and vaults. So that's how they're going to solve the vault issue problem. Legendary marks. Infusion. Not really sure what that is.
We don't know what that is either.
Yeah, shader collections and level 25 character boost. That's interesting. And then there's our first look at the new system for collections. And this I believe he's grabbing a fourth horseman. It looks like he grabbed it there in the corner.
So what's really interesting about this is that how it's divided up, and then also is this part of the vault, because we can't quite see at the top of the screenshot. You have collection 1, collection 2, but we don't see whether or not this is
part of the vault.
Access,
or separate.
yeah, or if it's part of your inventory. We don't know how you actually access this menu, but it looks like everything's divided really kind of interestingly. The other thing is that this year 2 heavy, the one that's highlighted there with the Taken King
Looks like the
symbol,
Thunderlord,
that
right?
looks like a Thunderlord, which
Yeah.
is a year 1 weapon, and it's on both platforms, so we don't exactly know how these are being divided up yet.
Yeah, so from left to right, we see something new, well, we see the engrams, obviously, but then new weapon kind of looks like Monte Carlo, a Last Word looking pistol, and then a Hawkmoon looking pistol, but it's slightly modified. Same thing with the Year 2 primary. That looks like a Mida multi-tool to me, but you can actually see the original Mida Hawkmoon, etc. at the bottom, and you can kind of compare the two. The Year 2 special, we have the Sleeper Simulant, the new Thunderlord, like we mentioned. It looks like he picks up a 4th Horseman from the Year 2 special, and in the front there is something new that we haven't seen yet. And then the Year 1 primaries, those are all old. So we've seen all those before. It's like Necrochasm, Hardlight, Suros,
don't know
Monte
what that
Carlo,
is.
Last Word, Thorn, Hawkmoon. I believe that's Mida, Red Death. Oh no, after Red Death it's Mida, so that is
Yeah, and then
Bad
Vex.
Juju. Is that Bad Juju? And then Vex, yeah. Anyway. And then the final thing we see is a brief teaser of somebody, some Vex character on Mars. But it's one of the sort of infected or whatever
Yeah, the Taken.
characters on Mars.
This actually looks like a new model to me. I don't know. I mean, it kind of looks. You're right. Now that you mention it, it kind of looks Vex-ish, like kind of like the Gatelord.
Yeah.
But the Gatelords, as best I can remember, had these really big, broad shoulders and longer arms, and here it looks not quite like that. I don't know exactly what it is, but it looks interesting.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is the new class type that is kind of like in what's the color mode where it's just black and white?
Monochrome?
Yeah, monochrome colored. And yeah, we're going to have to see how that changes its gameplay style. And that's the final thing we see. And we hear Nathan Fillion, one of the most underused voice actors in Vanilla Destiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, there he is. Little emotion. I love seeing these cutscenes because, like, if you come in with your fire team and they're in the cutscene and then Nathan Fillion's talking to you, that's going to add a lot of immersion into the world of Destiny, and that's something that was sorely lacking.
I agree. And Nathan Fillion's a superb actor and a quality voice actor, so I didn't even know that he was in Vanilla Destiny, and that shows you how underutilized he is. So if he gets some more screen time, that's going to be awesome.
We mentioned it on Fireteam Chat like 2 weeks ago. You're like, really?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, he gives you lines like when you're hanging out in this area.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you, Sean. That's all we have for our notes today.
Yeah, make sure you guys check out the stream tomorrow, and we'll be doing some... I mean, obviously there's going to be some big news, so we'll probably be dissecting that for you here on IGN.
Yeah, definitely. And for more on Destiny, you're already in the right place, like Sean said, right here on IGN.